All right, the LA Chargers just got a massive advantage over the Denver Broncos for this huge game where the Chargers are looking to go 3-0 against 3 divisional opponents. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but this channel fully dedicated to the Chargers, give you an outsider's look into your team. And we've got the Chargers hat on and ready to go. Let's go. A little bit of a longer video. Hang in there to the end. Let's do this. Okay, here's what you need to know is that we talked about this. This is unique that the Chargers are actually a team that's been throwing the football. This is big, and this is where some of this advantage comes in. Right here, Bo Nix's early struggles offer a massive disadvantage when compared to Justin Herbert's early season success. One of the things that the Chargers have done is abandon the run. I wouldn't say abandoned it. They just haven't been successful in the run. And it's caused, all right, Justin Herbert, you're the man. Let's go out and you run the show. So what you have is Quentin Johnston showing up in a huge way. This is something that nobody anticipated. Let me pull up this here. Quentin Johnston, I had it pulled up. Okay, so Quentin Johnston making moves. This guy, so while all of our focus was on Amarion Hampton, and let me know in the comments what you're excited for in this game because huge opportunity. The Broncos, this is the other advantage, is that the Broncos lose a stunner. They won the game last week, and yet they lost. It's like, oh, okay, so you have an opportunity to kind of bury them is too strong of a word, but put them at a big disadvantage at being 1-2, and then you would move to 3-0 in the division with wins over each team. It's a great opportunity. And I think when you look at Quentin Johnston, you did not expect this guy to be what he's been at all. That was from last year. Love it. But if he can do some things that you just, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So the passing game is the advantage that you have massively. The old Jim Harbaugh, run the ball, keep the ball away from the other team, play good defense. Well, how about we just kind of get explosive and we don't need to control the ball. Let's just score touchdowns to Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen. That's what they're doing, and that's huge. Other things to think about here is that the Chargers are off to a historic 2-0 start. The Broncos enter 1-1 after a bitter loss when they were flagged for that 15-yard penalty. So what happens is the Chargers, who swept the Broncos in 2024 with 2 7-point victories, right? When everything's like favored by 3, favored by 2, all the lines are really tight. They had 2 kind of convincing wins against the Broncos last year. Bo Nix is struggling. Struggling's too strong of a word even. It's like there's an opportunity here for the Chargers, a big opportunity. So let me know in the comments, where are you going to be watching this game? How are you going to be settled in? I'm really interested to see the home crowd for LA, what it looks like. How do the fans respond to this? You know, it's 2-0. I do think there's one more victory that's needed for it to be really like, oh, okay. You now have one of the best teams in the AFC, which is just saying so much because what you have now is Burrow's gone, Mahomes you've already beat, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. That's it right there. It's not Bo Nix, unfortunately for him. It's these top dogs, and you've got one of those guys. So it's like, just have fun with it. Oh my gosh. So here it is right here. Jim Harbaugh has a reputation of old school, run the ball, impose the will type of guy. He threw old repetitions out. The Chargers attempted 25 passes with Justin Herbert, who completed 19 for 242, 2 touchdowns. And they ran 26 times, but a team high was 9 was Justin Herbert. We showed the stats last time. Each of your other running backs had 8 runs each, and they only rushed for about in the mid-20s. It's not good, and it's hard to win like that, and yet you dominated another team. What that means is you're efficient in the passing game and explosive and win 20-9, and it shows how absolutely dominating your defense was. That's the bigger picture. We haven't got to them yet, but we will. All of the noise this offseason pointed to old school running. Harbaugh did an Harbaugh thing by bringing in Najee Harris, Omarion Hampton, Mekhi Becton. We're going to run the ball. Instead, they're throwing the ball. I love it. The Chargers won't catch every opponent off guard, is true, but their opponents will be able to actually stop. Very much remains the same, which is a new testament to Harbaugh realizing what he has in Herbert and how to unleash his best. You see this with Michigan football, of all places. I know. It's like, hang with me on this. Michigan football has that freshman quarterback, and they're like trying to get him plays. And then they just realized a couple games in, just call plays and let him throw it. He's unbelievable. Justin Herbert. All right, how do we scheme this up? And let's run the ball, stay patient. Or we just fire away, and Justin Herbert's awesome, and watch this. It's like, yeah, there's that too. That would work. So after 2 weeks, here are the current odds to win the division. Chargers way out ahead. Denver Broncos, a brutal loss. I mean, brutal. We've seen this story before. The Chiefs get off to a slow start. Everyone thinks this year's a completely fall off before Kansas City turns it around. Things have an elite season. However, this time does feel a little different, and I would agree with that as well. It just feels a little different. Doesn't have the playmakers that he usually has, and it's just like, still don't count him out by any means, but I think the Chargers just kind of keep going here, and we've looked at the schedule. We looked at these first 3 games. If you can get through these first 3 games and then get into something a little spicy, it's all good. So let me show you here. Real quick, I love this tweet, though. Quentin Johnson, after learning how to catch. Yeah. Suddenly he's T.O. and just in the end zone dancing. You're like, what are we doing? Who is this guy? Okay. I'm going to pull up the Chargers schedule. And it makes this game even bigger. I mean, it just does, because it's like, okay, because we keep talking about every game you win, the next game gets bigger. And check this out. You beat Denver, okay, at home again. Really excited to see what the fans look like. What kind of atmosphere is it? Hope it's a great one. There'll be a lot of Denver fans there. It's fine. But then look at this look at this schedule. Giants, come on. Washington beat up. Miami, terrible. Indy, okay. Minnesota, no. Thought they had something there just for a split second. They do not. I'm a big J.J. McCarthy fan, and there's no way. Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville. Are you kidding me? And then, hey, let's find. But this is it right here. Oh, my gosh. Have some fun. Where are you going to be watching the game? Are you going to the game? Is it cookout time? Are you hanging out? Let me know in the comments. I said this was going to be a longer video, but it's not. Let me know your thoughts. We'll see all of you on the next one.